Monk tries to meditate. Monk had built 3 little altars, one in the house, one in the garden, and one on top of the ridge, each in a spot chosen after much deliberation, soothsaying, and a wet finger stuck in the air. It is not that I do not wish to mix with others, but living alone in freedom is a better path for me. Those words of Ryokan, ancient monk and hermit, were tucked above the altar in Monk's house, but he could recite them by heart. As he sat in the garden this spring evening, there was just enough light left to contemplate the little white flowers budding on a small bush whose name he didn't know and didn't care to know. Names and categories just got in the way of seeing. He could see the flowers clearly. He thought he could even hear them humming. Some days he was able to stay in that now place with only an occasional thought crossing the sky of his mind. The long dark winter had helped to slow down his mental chatter. But now, as the sun was warming his skin and the first butterflies flitted from bush to bush, Monk was feeling twitchy. Butterflies. Lou had been his butterfly, his faithless lover haunting his nights. Lou with the golden eyes, dark curls, wry smile. Monk stood up and slowly began to walk. Sometimes walking was easier than sitting. Step, breath, step, breath. The raven he called Munin came swooping in and landed on a rock in the middle of the garden. Easy for you to say, murmured Monk. That's what you think, thought the raven, although not in those words, because ravens rarely use human language. The raven didn't feel that anything was all that easy since his mate had died. He still missed her fiercely, but not in the way Monk missed his lover. How birds feel is not something humans can understand. They make educated guesses which, by virtue of being educated, completely miss the mark. Monk got up, deciding he might as well make dinner, drink lots of wine, and read, or maybe go for a walk later through the woods and down into the sleeping village. The raven flapped his wings, jumped off the rock, and hopped across the garden to where a butterfly had landed. Butterfly Lou. Monk knew he would have to go and find Lou's cave one of these days. Maybe he would go tomorrow, maybe next week. He couldn't put it off forever.